Please enter the Peep Parlour.
Welcome back to my house of fun. My game gurus are eagerly awaiting your questions, so step up and fire away.
Is it possible to skip levels on the Mega Drive version of Alien 3?
It is, but I warn you, it ain't easy. So, pencils and paper at the ready, please. Now, enter the option screen and, using a controller in the second port, enter the following code. Curd lard. Crazy, eh? So press button C, then up, right, down, left, button A, right, and finally, down.
I know you. You're Steady Eddie Fingers McFastcar McVie, famous East End bank job getaway driver.
Play the game as usual with the controller in port 1. And when you want to skip a level, press start, then buttons C, A and B. The screen will flash green to indicate the cheat is active. Now press start again to get to the next level. Okay.
Thank you. In Premier Manager on the Amiga, I've used a cheat for a better goalie, but I keep running out of money and the rest of my team is rubbish. Is there another cheat, please?
Go to the telephone again and enter the phone number 781560, and your entire team will be incredibly skillful, if a little mature. Now look at your bank balance. You should have £20 million.
Leave it!
So why not pamper yourself a little?
Thanks.
I've heard there's a hidden game on Lotus Turbo on the Amiga. Can you show me where it is, please?
Oh, I know this one. Simply enter player 1's name as Monster, that's M-O-N-S-T-E-R, and, okay, you're listening, and player 2's name as 17, that's S-E-V-E-N, teen, T-E-E-N. And there we are. Voila, monsieur. Very, very tricky. Shoot 'em up.
Shut it!
Thank you. What's the fastest bike on Road Rash 2 and how do I get it?
Who do you think you are, Sonny? Evil Knievel? Don't make me laugh. But there is a secret bike you'll have never seen before. Enter as a passcode 009N1V00. Now you'll have a crazy bike called Wild Thing 2000, which can do 200 miles per hour, has loads of nitros, and, as it's a light one, can do 0 to 60 quicker than a hijacked security van. Watch out for the speed trap, sunshine, because me and the other lads down the cop shop will come down on you like a ton of bricks, you knock!
Thank you.
Next up, that precocious young Turk, Big Boy Barry, is going to hit the mat with the stars of wrestling in that grappling beat-em-up, WWF WrestleMania.
Hiya, Grapple fans. Barry's back. Oh, you lucky people. Well, I hope you're feeling a bit feisty, because tonight I'm going to show you how to pole drive and suplex your way to victory on my masterclass for WWF WrestleMania for the Sega Mega Drive. Alright then, the best way to do this is for me to take you through each character in turn and show you the basic technique on how to beat him. First off, let's pick on Arwen R. Shyster. The trick here is to keep pulling him up and down off the canvas, using the B button to body slam him and the A button to pick him up again. Repeat this until his energy is real low, then body slam him and leg drop him, once again using the B button. 3. Next we move on to the weirdly named Papa Shango. Kick him to the floor and then pick him up again before you start to grapple with him. Drop into the canvas with a huge body slam and then use a drop kick on him when he's lying on the floor. That should reduce his energy more than enough so you can pin him and move straight on to the next match. Next we move on to the homeboy, the British Bulldog. First off, hit him down with a punch and kick combination. When his energy's real low, leg drop him to the floor near the edge of the ringside. Get out of the ring and climb up onto the top pillar. Polish him off with a flying elbow drop. That's one doggy, that's out of here.
Oh, doesn't he move well for his size?
The $1 Million Man doesn't even begin to describe the huge wealth of Big Boy Barry. So when this guy rang me up and whined for the title, I thought I'd let him have it. Still, it's quite hard to beat. Start off by kicking him until you get into a safe distance away to start grappling with him. Now, grapple with him and try and perform a body slam on him. He is hard and it does take a while, but do persevere. When he's finally down, use a leg drop on him. Pick him up and use one of the more complicated throws against this guy, as he finds it very hard to defend these. Whatever you do though, do not use punches on him, as you'll lose every single time. Okay, Grapple fans, that's all. With this information, you should have a huge advantage over your opponents, and should therefore take down the game within days. Hey, what are you still doing here? This may be called the Peep Parlour, but that's taking liberties. Go on, get out of here.
Right. It's about this time every week that I like to field some of your questions myself, particularly anything about the latest video game news, because I do like to keep you up to date. So please, come clean with your queries.
Madam Pixel, can I buy Cash Dash, the game that's used in Games World's Eliminator and Beat the Elite shows?
No, I'm afraid not. That game's for the privileged few on Games World. But we might indulge you one day if the fancy takes us.
Madam Pixel, can I play my old Nintendo games on my new Super Nintendo?
Yes, lovey, very soon. Those helpful chaps at Hornby are working on a special adapter that will enable you to play your old NES games on the Super Nintendo.
Madam Pixel, I've heard Nintendo withdrawing their game Star Fox. Is this true?
There's been a lot of legal problems with the name Star Fox in Europe, so although it's exactly the same game, it's now called Star Wing. Right, that's enough wisdom from me. But before we go, the game's mistress is ready for another session. So who's the next plucky young thing with a problem?
Super Tiny Toons is really hard and I can't get past the kitchen level. What can I do, Games Mistress?
You listen to the Games Mistress. That's what you do. Now, you have to feed him from the conveyor belts. The method is to jump up and hit the belt with your head when Dizzy is near. This should feed him. Then when he starts to spin, just run away into the doors at the side to avoid the evil little devil. Now, you've learnt your lesson. You can get on your way.
Thank you.
Right, next up is my favourite bit. It's time for us to tip our hats to your outstanding game-playing performances in the Hall of Fame. Check this out.
My name's David McDonald and my challenge is to get 1.8 on Ghost Valley 1 on Super Mario Kart, and this is how I did it. I chose Donkey Kong. He's got pretty slow acceleration, but if you get the turbo start, you should be away. I got the speed start by pressing the acceleration button just before the second light. While you're on a straight and you're coming up to a corner, go wide and take the corner narrow, and then you should be okay. The first few times I got the speed by chance, but you'll learn how to do it by the advice I've give you. That's it, I've equalled my challenge and I don't think anybody could possibly beat it. Just try.
Not bad, eh? Now, remember, if you can beat that or have your own record, let us know at this address and you'll be instantly famous, recognised wherever you go. Well, nearly. Right, It's good night for me, Madam Pixel. See you next week for more enlightenment at the usual peeping hour. Ta-ra, loves.
And don't forget, we can see Beat the Elite tomorrow at the same time of 6. Rescue is back in half an hour's time here on Sky One, and after the break, it's time to zoom in on that area known as E Street.
You're watching Sky One. From September the 1st, this channel will be scrambled as part of the Sky Multi-Channels package. If you're a movie subscriber, don't worry. You'll continue to receive Sky One absolutely free of charge. If you're not a movie subscriber, you should have received this simple form in the post. Just fill it out and send it back to us. And make sure you're part of a brand new Sky with Sky Multi-Channels.